Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to Channels Beam, where curiosity meets conversations, taking us a step further into the future we desire. I am Sunes Nathaniel, and on this revetting episode of the program, we'll be looking at elevating service delivery and governance through innovative technologies. By this, I mean we will be evolving, entering into the dynamic intersections of technology and governance, as well as exploring groundbreaking strategies that reshape service delivery, paving the way for more efficient and highly responsive public sector. We'll also be blending this discussion with the possibilities of transitioning into tech through product management. We have a fantastic lineup for you today. Joining me right here in the studio, in our Abuja studio, is Honorable Bitrus Lawrence Garki, a project consultant, political strategist, techpreneur, rights advocate, and media enthusiast who currently serves as the Mandate Secretary Commissioner, FCT Area Council Service Secretariat. It's a mouthful, right? In the same vein, connecting with us, via Zoom from Lagos, we have Mr. Olabanji Ewinla, a business consultant, mobile applications developer, and career coach who currently serves as co-founder and CEO of Enova Lab, a training institute that provides product management trainings for young talents. That's what he does. Welcome, both of you, to the show.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nathaniel, for having me.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have somebody like you in our studios today who can shed more light on this topic. Mr. Ewinla, it's also beautiful to have you with us today.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Nathaniel. It's a pleasure to be on the show this afternoon.
All right, thank you. I'll come to you, Mr. Bitrus. Let's go right into the heart of this issue as we speak. In clear, practical terms, tell us, help us understand how innovative technologies, can enhance and elevate service delivery and governance, within this fast-paced world today.
Oh, yes. Thank you very much for that good question. It's important to note that we live in a very dynamic world today, a world of speed and convenience, a world where technology, digital connectivity is actually at the forefront of governance and also the affairs that has to do with human existence. Some of the innovative ways or some of those solutions I actually see is smart citizens engagement. We have in recent times see interactive platforms that have been created, such as websites, applications, chatbots that allow citizens to access services and also report issues real time. We have also seen a connected economy, which is through the use of social media, where we are able to listen to community feedbacks, collect updates on what is happening in our communities real time, and also build trust within our communities. We are also seeing the use of big data in driving citizens' feedback and also data for identification, service gaps, and also to also help us to create tailor-made solutions. And not just that, there is also enhanced service efficiency in terms of automation. We've seen where routine tasks are now being automated, scheduling meetings, taxes are now being paid virtually, and also cloud-based solution, which also help us to manage some of the making us more productive at our workplace, where you have someone in Abuja who is also part of a team that is in Lagos, and they're able to co-work and share ideas and actually share updates on progress of what they are actually doing. And we've also seen a situation where the workspace has actually changed in terms of we're now building what is called mobile workforce, where staffs are actually empowered with mobile phones and smartphones, so they are able to do their work real time, wherever they are, anywhere they find themselves. And then it's also good to also note that we have also experienced improve in governance, in transparency in governance, especially with open source platforms such as Wikipedia and some other open source platform where citizens are able to contribute to what is actually happening They're able to contribute in creating content. They're able to contribute in policy making. They're able to contribute with in ideas of how the country should be run and how businesses should actually foster. They're able to contribute in deciding what should be what. And then not just that, some integral parts of governance has also been touched by technology. We're talking about e-governance tools for now. We've seen where we're having online votings in, like for instance, especially companies and governments that have several branches, national commissions that have several branches. They're able to conduct elections and cast votes. The other person in Lagos, this one in Asaba, so on and so forth. A lot of this process, and also digital communication channels. We are able to collect reports, analysis, and all of that, and also publish them.
All right. Let me stop you, because I know you can always go on and on, because I mean that's we've done a couple of projects in that line. But I was going to ask you, let me perhaps just put you on the spot just a bit. Are there institutions you think right now have started implementing some of these very beautiful technologies we have in Nigeria? Are there a few? I mean, you don't necessarily have to name, private firms or anything, but I'm saying looking into the government space, because we're looking at governance, right? Are there places you have seen such innovations coming up right now?
Yes, of course. The recent general election, INEC, for instance, you could see the deployment of beavers for accreditation, which is something that usually would take hours to be able to decide and verify an identity of a person if he's qualified to actually vote or not. We've also seen NIMSI, which is with the introduction of National Identification Number, where we are able to collect the real-time information identity, a verifiable data of our citizens in this country. Not just that, we also have a technology that road safety use. I think it's called a crash tracker, where they are able to collect real-time information and data of what is happening, so that they are able to predict and also know the areas that are prone to accidents, so that way it helps with resource allocation and better management and safety of our roads. There are many solutions out there. One recent one in my own secretariat as well, we are also working on what we call an API, which is an Abuja portal for indigene, which is going to be a credible and verifiable database of the indigenous people. And this is also going to serve as an access card for the many government opportunities that are available there in FCT for the locals.
Wow, that's a very well put answer to that question. I want to go straight to Mr. Ewenla. I want to come to you. Take us through. It's very innovative that you are speaking about, transitioning into the tech space using product management. It's not something that's very common in our climb here. Take us through it. What's the process? What does it take? How do people transition into that?
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Nathaniel. It's a pleasure having this conversation. So transitioning into product management is one of those tech career paths that it's getting more popular now, but was not as popular as it used to be back in the days. In the tech ecosystem, generally, you have software development, software developers, those that do the programming and coding of solutions or coding of mobile applications or websites. However, product management is getting much more popular right now. And the process for anyone who wants to transition into the tech space via product management is pretty simple. Even though most people still don't understand what product management is all about, right? But however, I think I will just give a one-line sentence to describe what product management is all about. Product management is the process of building and managing development and delivery of products, right? Building and managing the development and delivery of products. So products here basically means like tech solutions or tech products, mobile apps, websites, software as a service, any product that is powered by technology. So we product managers, we lead the development and delivery of tech products. So that's just what, in a simple language for people who might not understand what product management basically means.
All right.
Now, how can someone
Before you
transition?
go into that, somebody might be confused right
Yeah,
now, thinking, what's the difference between product management and project management? I would want us to do that, and then you go
right.
into the transition process.
All right, awesome. Thank you. That's a very good question. That's one of the most, we call it one of the most frequently asked questions. What's the difference between product and project management? And sometimes people use them interchangeably, sometimes people mix them up, but there's a significant difference between the two of them. Now, product management is about building something of value, right? Creating something of value. Project management is about getting something done, right? I don't want to go into like the complex definitions and stuff, right? But in terms of simple one-liner definitions, a project manager job is to get a job done. A product manager's job is to build and create something of value. So a product manager works with a team of software developers, UI UX designers, data analysts, quality assurance engineers to ensure that a product is built to create something of value.
All
A
right.
project manager works to ensure that the team get the job done effectively and efficiently.
All right, let's hold you on that one, right? Okay, we're going to be taking a quick break right now, and when we return, we'll be looking into smart cities, which the Honorable had said earlier on, connecting communities, public-private collaborations, and some more advice for those who are considering a career shift into tech-driven product management. We'll be right back. Don't go away. You're welcome back. You're watching Channels Beam, coming to you live from our studio in Abuja. Beatrice Lawrence Gariki and Olabanji Ewinla are our guests today, and we're exploring the use of tech in elevating service delivery as well as transitioning into tech through product management. Let's go back to Honorable Beatrice here. We're going to ask you now, let's go. In the context, of smart cities and connected communities, collaborations need to come in. Where do we bring in the collaborations between the government and private, entities as to deliver efficiently to the citizens?
Oh, I'm not sure if you wanted to ask the question of which of the technologies are we considering that are helping the cities get more smarter?
We can start from that.
We can start from
yes,
that.
We can start from that.
Of course, one of the very cutting-edge technology is Internet of Things, IoT. I know it might sound strange, but of course, IoT is what we've actually seen in development cities that have actually helped with so much in terms of connecting devices, in terms of taking data and providing real-time insight. It also allows the betterment of resource management and also allocation of funds, utilities of cities. And then another technology I also want to mention is smart grids. Smart grids are also a technology that helps connect the cities in the sense that we're able to make decisions from an evidence-based position, in the sense that we have also seen where people can be able to decide to know the usage of electricity they are actually using, the water resources they're actually using. They can also tell in terms of the energy distribution. This also helps for better planning. And then we've also seen intelligent transportation system that also been supporting us in terms of, we can talk about GPS, traffic management system, parking solutions, and so on and so forth. And waste management, the use of sensors, in terms of sensors are being deployed in bins where waste are collected and separated, solid waste, liquid waste, and so on and so forth. And then we have the sensors that actually tap into those devices or those waste bins that help us to be able to know where waste are actually filled or not. Even from
So
our
we
own
don't
offices,
need to call them to come and
necessarily
pick
need
it.
to
Oh.
have to go in there to be able to tell that this is what is happening. You just see everything real time. And it's so interesting that at the front of your screen, you can literally see everything at your fingertip. So these are some of the innovative technologies that I've actually seen that are also helping us. And then we're talking about big data as well, which is also helping us to know citizens' behavior, in the sense that you can be able to tell what is the health, what is the prevalence of certain health cases in certain areas. So this also helps government to make decisions from an informed position.
Okay, let's cut you quickly, and so I want you to speak quickly to the collaborations, because I think that's one of those things we need to really speak about.
Yes. Collaborations in terms of awareness and education. Like I told you, we are now living in a world where we have different generations of people who are acting. We have the millennials, the Gen Zs, and the Alpha generations, and baby boomers, and so on and so forth. I think that our adoption to technology is actually different. And there's a need to actually create some sort of sync. And then as we're introducing technology, there are certain generations that is actually they are more related to certain type of technology. So I feel education and awareness is one of the key areas where public and private sector can actually collaborate. And also in terms of digital infrastructure, of course, government needs the support of the private sector in terms of deepening the reach of internet connectivity, deploying some gadgets in some rural communities, and so on and so forth. And also in aspects of regulatory policies, the government needs collaboration with the citizens. So there's need to have structures in place that can be able to also get feedback and give feedback to government agencies to say these are some of the policies and regulations that we think if put in place will also help the penetration or the making sure that more people are actually included in this technological area. And I also see collaboration with NGOs, community-based organizations, and so on and so forth, especially in driving participation of the citizens, so that it can also help us to develop solutions and products that are user-friendly. There's certain solutions you see and you're wondering, was anybody did anybody ask anybody why is this if we need it? So these are the areas I think collaboration should come in between government and also the private sector.
All right, beautiful. It's beautiful you talked about education. That's where Mr. Winla thrives. So in educating us, Mr. Winla, I'm over to you now. I want to know what advice, what those who are looking, a lot of young people are going to be looking to make that career shift in 2024, right? What would be the advice for career or this transitioning, from whatever it is they're doing to, product management and using that to get into tech? What kind of advice would you give them right now? What other skills, skills, tools, what do they need? We need to know that now.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for the question as well. To transition into tech right now, to transition into product management right now, you majorly need what we call product skill sets, right? So we call it product skill sets, where you learn how to be a product manager, how to work as a product manager. What are the things that you need to do as a product manager? How do you work with a team? How do you work with developers? How do you work with UI UX designers to ensure that products are built and are built successfully well to deliver value to the audience? There are some other soft skills that you also need as well. As a product manager, you need leadership skill sets, because as product managers, we are not coding, we are not writing codes, we are not designing like product designers or user interface, user experience designers. Our job is more of a management role. And so it then means that for someone who wants to become a product manager, you do have to have leadership skill sets. You do have to have communication skill sets where you're able to communicate, you're able to lead a team of people to work together to create a solution that you want to build out. You also need user research skill sets, people management skill sets. These are like more of soft skills. But in terms of what is core or what is foundational for anyone who wants to become a product manager, you need to learn what we call product skill sets in specifics to product management.
All right. Thank you very much. That's the much we can take right now on the show. I want to thank you guys for joining me. It was beautiful. It was very insightful. Thank you very much. I'm hoping very soon we'll get you back to speak on some other very important issues. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nathaniel.
Thank you very much.
All
Thank
right.
you so much, Mr. Nathaniel. Thank you so much.
All right. All right. Friends, that's our time. Thank you for staying tuned. Today, we'll be leaving you with our top 5 most viewed videos of the week. I am Sunes Nathaniel. And as we close this episode of the program, which falls on the Armed Forces Remembrance Day, I thought to remind you that the Armed Forces of Nigeria deserves our love and support for all their sacrifices. May those who paid the ultimate price never be forgotten. May their families never be neglected. And may the light forever triumph over the darkness. Bye for now.
Our countdown for the 5 most viewed videos this week begins with a clip in which the FCT minister, Nyesom Wike, stated that his detractors cannot stop him from doing greater exploits in the political sphere.
This was not prepared. I am fully prepared because I know.
Tired of this generational curse.
Anoint my children with the blood of Jesus.
We're not cursed.
Fourth on the list is an exclusive video in which filmmaker and actress Funke Akindele reacts as her movie grosses over 1 billion naira and becomes the highest earning Nigerian film.
Yoruba movie makers, they're very good producers.
What we stand for.
Coming third position this week is a video in which the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja, revealed that the soldier who in the viral clip was seen ranting against Governor Sanwo-Olu after being stopped for a traffic violation has been arrested.
I want to say that the soldier that was apprehended by the governor of Lagos State while flying on a one-way does not represent the Nigerian army because but in every respect he contravenes what we stand for, which is discipline as an army, and it contravenes the constitution and the laws of Lagos.
At second place this week, we have a video from Rivers State in which the former governor, Mr. Nyesom Wike, asserts that only time will tell who really is in charge of affairs in the oil-rich state.
Forget about these hungry noisemakers on the road. When the time comes, we'll know who is in charge or who is not in charge.
As a what?
Top of the countdown this week is a clip in which the police arrested and paraded suspects in charge of running Gist Lover blog over alleged cyber stalking.
Of course, he's a wanted fellow because there are so many petitions against this lover. But these are just the agents who work for him, not followers. That's why I'm laying emphasis on that. Nigerians believe that they are followers. You can follow anybody. It's not a crime to follow anybody. Even if you follow, if you don't share content, it is not an offense. But even if you follow and you share content carelessly, content you should not share, you are still violating the law. They can still pick you.